Some that I think needs to be talked about, especially with all the people buying their first Bible, reading Scripture, and that kind of stuff for the first time, is how do you validate the Bible? Because if you believe the Bible, then your life is going to be radically changed and forever changed, and there's no going back on it once you decide to believe it. Um, and I'm not trying to convince you to believe the Bible. I'm not trying to convince you to read the Bible. As Paul says in 1 Corinthians 2:4, I preach to you plainly because persuasive teachings and fancy smooth words or fancy words is not going to convince you. So I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just telling you why I choose to believe the Bible. Um, I'll break it down into the simple facts of what makes up the Bible. So starting from the beginning, it's split into two different sections: Old Testament, New Testament. That's two different time periods: before Christ, after Christ, BC, AD. And within those, the Old Testament, New Testament makes up 66 books. In those 66 books is 1,189 chapters. Those 1,189 chapters is 31,102 verses. Now, all of that was written by at least 40 authors. We don't know the exact number, but it's at least 40 authors on three different continents, written over the course of about 1,400 years. And within those writings, it covers about 4,000 years of history. And in all of that, there are 63,779 cross references. You take three people that had the exact same experience, put them in a room, tell them all to write an essay on it, and those essays aren't going to line up because man makes mistakes, man forgets, man has failures, man lies, so their stories aren't going to line up. And that's all of that points to the fact that it had to be inspired by one God, because from Genesis to Revelations, it all points to one thing, and that's Jesus Christ. Good enough for me. Good enough for me to believe that the Scripture was in fact inspired by one God.